Hi, I'm Sierra.
Darnell.
I'm Greg.
I'm Josh.
I'm Shay.
And we are
The Green Berets.
The Green Berets are a special U.S. force here in America, and we named ourselves after them because we believe that we are a special force here to help save our environment.
And our slogan is, act like you live here, because we want people to get a reality check and start treating the planet like their home.
And our logo shows people holding hands over the earth to represent that if we come together as a community today, we can make a change.
This is us helping out around our community.
Here's us at Old Kentucky Home painting rain barrels.
And this is Josh, our team member at the Bardstown Water Treatment Plant.
There's us at school going over our PowerPoint.
And we painted rain barrels, and we also built birdhouses at my Old Kentucky Home Park.
To get to the point, our group would like to start a community garden / wildlife habitat, something that could help the production of organic goods while at the same time it could spark community involvement while giving animals a safe place to live.
Reasons why we should go organic. 1. By buying organic, you promote a less toxic environment for all living things in air, soil, water, and our bodies. 2. By farming organic, you reduce pesticide drifts in non-farming communities. 3. It helps our future communities simply because what we leave behind is what they're going to have to pick up. 4. It rebuilds the loss in micronutrition in our fruits and vegetables, which simply rebuilds our taste. And 5. Crops of organic farmers are more successful because they are not stressed by toxic materials.
These are some of the tools and supplies we'll be needing to build and maintain a successful community garden. We'll need wood, which is about $3 per 8x2, compost, which is basically organic fertilizer, and that'll run about $54 for 2 bags each, which each bag will cover 2,500 square feet. We'll also need gloves, which are about $5 a pair, gardening tools such as rakes and shovels that'll run from $6 to $10 each, vegetable and fruit seeds, plus fruit and flowering trees. And these will all be plants that attract various types of wildlife, and we're going to try to stay under a $400 budget for that.
As for location, we hope to obtain an unoccupied lot belonging to the city where there's plenty of sunlight and room for our project to take place. For example, there's a picture of a place in Bardstown on the corner of Eastmere and South 3rd Street, but first we'll have to gain permission from the government.
And even though our summer at the Jillian program will soon be ending, we plan to further do this project. We've already discussed this with the mayor assistant, Larry Green, who's over economical things and projects like the ones we're doing. And we've made calls, and he said that it could be very possible for this to get started next year, and he liked our idea.
And we approximate the cost of our total project to be around $1,200, and we hope to gain that money through beneficial ways such as bake sales, car washes, donations, and such on.
And this is an overview of what we'll need to do. Step 1. Land is most important. We will need to find an empty vacant lot a few months prior to spring so our plants will be in bloom. Step 2 will be to clean up land, make sure it's free of trash. Step 3, we will need to raise money through fundraisers and donations. Step 4 will be to get supplies. Step 5 will construct our garden beds and place the plants within our wildlife habitat. And step 6 will be to sell our pots and have a grand opening.
After doing some research, we've decided that we'll be getting some of our seeds from tobeseeds.com. They have herbs, flowers, and shrubs and things of that nature. We're also going to get some from arborday.org. They have maturing blossoms, fruit trees. As far as our tools and wood, things like that, we're going to go through Lowe's or Home Depot because they have very good supplies at cheap prices.
How our garden works. Half of our garden will be for a wildlife habitat, while the other a community garden, as you see here in our diagram. In the middle, it will be separated by a privacy fence simply because larger animals such as deer, raccoon, which could obviously climb over a fence, or hopefully to keep them from getting into our garden and eating our produce. And we'll have bird feeders and bird baths and various plants that attract wildlife, as you see here in 2 different entrances.
This is what our garden offers. You'll be able to plant anything you like as long as it's in season. Plants can be purchased through a catalog set up with arborday.com. When harvest time rolls around, We will sell our produce at the farmer's market, and you may also buy our compost.
For our wildlife habitat, in order to keep our garden looking lively year-long, we are going to plant different things that blossom at different times of the year. By doing this, we attract tourists, citizens, and animals to the scenery. And when other plants go out of season, instead of our garden looking dead and deserted, it will still maintain its beautiful essence with the blossom of the new season.
These are some examples of the plants we're going to place in and around our wildlife habitat and what animals they attract. We have iris, which bloom in the spring and attract hummingbirds, milkweed and chrysanthemum, which bloom in the spring and fall and attract monarch butterflies and other various butterflies. We'll also be growing blueberries, which bloom in the summer and attract deer. Composting encourages recycling and the use of organic material. We are going to use composted soil and organic fertilizer in our garden. For those who don't know what composting is, it is the breaking down of once living material to make an earthy, dark substance that's good for enriching soil.
In one corner of our garden, we're gonna have the compost bin.
When you set up a compost bin, you can throw anything biodegradable in there. You can use any kitchen scraps except for meat and bones, clippings from gardens, all sorts of things in them. You just pile them up and stir them every so often and they start decomposing.
And the special ingredient that comes out of this is compost tea, which is delicious but for plants. If you drink it, it'd probably make you sick because it is made up of the liquid provided by the compost and it is highly nutritional for the plants and you could use it to water.
A key to having a great garden. Without the involvement of our community, we already know first off that it's not going to be successful. It's going to take time and devotion that everybody has to be willing to give. The duties of a community garden are not just for one person or this group alone. It's for everybody to share, such as watering, weeding, and keeping the area free of trash and pollutants.
Here are some benefits of having a community garden. It will provide opportunities for intergenerational and cross-cultural connections, encourage self-reliance, reduce family food budget, stimulate social interaction, makes our neighborhoods better looking, produces nutritious goods, and preserves green space.
And for advertisement, we plan to print out brochures, but not that many. And we will place them in highly populated areas such as supermarkets and tourist attractions. And the word can also be spread through people in the community and on the internet using social websites such as MySpace and Facebook.
And these are our sources, www.2bseeds.com, Arbor Day, Lowe's, and Home Depot, and the Butterfly website. And we thank you for your time, and we hope that you like our community garden.